Well, container gardening is a hot trend right now. What? You don't have room for a garden? Your green thumb is more of a black thumb? Then a container garden might work for you. It's practical, attractive, and has multiple benefits versus planting in the ground. And today, Geobunga is hosting a free container workshop, gardens workshop to give you what you need to know on getting started and maintaining your own garden. And joining us this morning with more is Andrew Dietrich of Geobunga. And good morning, Andrew. Thanks for coming in this morning.
Thank you for having us.
So there's actually 2 workshops that are happening today. Tell us about that.
We have 2 workshops. This is a free workshop series we do. Today's topic is container gardening. So the first one is 9 o'clock in the morning at Salt Lake, which is right across from the Target store, the old Costco. And the second one is 2 o'clock this afternoon, and it's out in Waimanalo.
At your new location, actually.
New location. Out there is where we grow a lot of our water lilies. And then we've surrounded it with pottery and all the accent material. So, and the focus is a little different. The one this morning is going to be on your traditional container gardening and herbs. One in the afternoon will have that same component. There's going to be a little bit more specialized segment on it, and it's going to be how to balance and build a nice entry. And so balancing pottery and plants and everything, container gardening in your entryway.
And when you're talking about container gardening, you're not just saying one pot, one plant thing.
Correct. And I think that that's something that people traditionally think. They go out, they're going to select a pot for their yard, and they're kind of choosing the pot on the size of the plant. Or when you look at some of the things that we've put together in here in the studio, is where we're kind of showing where you can take, there's 3 components that we'll talk about at the workshops, and that is, we address it as the filler, the thriller, and the spiller. And so those are 3 easy components to follow, or 3 steps to follow. And what you're looking for is something that's going to fill up your pot and kind of give you that nice height or just that fuller body look.
So your statement piece.
So right here,
statement plant.
Your primary, your filler. Your statement tends to come in and be like, this is a bromeliad right here. It's a great thriller. It's something that's brighter in color. Tea leaf works well. Bromeliads, there's some great plants that will just jump out and give you that statement. And then here we're putting in a simple fern, which kind of just drapes over, so that gives you that kind of lush, tropical, kind of a more falling look. And so here we're looking at building a container garden with a single pot. So you can imagine something like this in your entry, on your lanai. And these are things that you look at when you go to a hotel, where they have a professional put it together. You can put together something like this in your home.
How do you choose the right pot and the right plant?
Well, a lot of the pot and the plant, the selection goes in when you look at mixing plants together. Often what you're doing is you want them, people say, I'm a black thumb or I'm a brown thumb, and how am I going to have success in this? And
that's me.
And so when you look at it, even, Jill, we will turn you into the ultimate green thumb. So when you look at choosing your plants, you're choosing plants that work well together, have similar light requirements, that have similar water requirements. And then also when you look at how you're fertilizing those, because when you think about a container garden, the only nutrients they get are from what you add in there. So we're going to help you talk about plants, and there's great, when you look at the afternoon class out in Waimanalo, a lot of people think Waimanalo, it's way out there. Be adventurous, go out to the nurseries. They have some great plant stock material, extremely good wholesale pricing. And actually a lot of these plants right here were generously provided to us by Sharon's Plants. So they do beautiful plants. So that's how you kind of select your plant materials.
And of course there's always this traditional, the herbal gardens as well. And so
no, that's correct. And,
so
actually,
and
if we zoom in, I did bring a couple of these down here today because, when you think about doing, if you live in a condo or you live in an apartment, or even if you have a nice lanai and you want to just be able to have something you're going to bring into your kitchen. So these are one plant, one pot concepts, but they're fuller plants. So, here we have a really nice basil and a rosemary, and so these do extremely well as a single pot component.
All right, Andrew, thanks so much for coming in and giving us some great ideas. And again, those 2 workshops. There's the graphic for it.
You can go to geobunga.com. There's maps on there, so you can find out. If you're going to go to the 9 o'clock class, it starts in about 2 hours, so you want to head your way. We're supposed to, even though the weatherman's saying rain, I just came in and it's pretty sunny out there, so I'd say get out.